Hi, I'm Lily, and welcome back to another vlog on my channel. I'm spending almost a month in California, and have just spent a week or so in LA and SB in the last video. In this video, I'm spending some time in the Bay with my husband and his family. Our days in the Bay were slow-paced and relaxing. My time spent lazily lounging around was broken up by social events here and there, and I ended up having, surprisingly, a very social week, between meeting up with my old friends and hanging out with my husband's. One weekend evening, I met up with one of my hometown friends to catch up on each other's lives since the last time we saw each other half a year ago over delicious bowls of ramen. Hey vlog, it is Tuesday, no it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday 12:48 and we are on our way to San Jose for an escape room with some of Ethan's friends. It's gonna be a pretty big group, I think. But yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be my 10 people. It'll be my third ever escape room. It's Joker themed. It is 3 o'clock and we finished the escape room, except we didn't really finish it. We failed. We were so close. Like, we only had like 2 more like clues to go, except that they would have taken us a long time because after it was explained to us, we realized that like it's definitely would have been like a really hard clue to finish. But now we're gonna get food, and Ethan is pretty dejected for not finishing the escape room. On Thursday, we had to go into San Francisco for the Chinese consulate in order to figure out some visa stuff for our upcoming trip to China this summer, which I'm so excited for, and I can't believe it's actually coming up so soon. We then stopped at a Chinese restaurant to buy their special combination buns for our lunch, which we ate while waiting for a global entry interview at the airport. I was expecting the worst, as I normally do when dealing with government-related appointments, but I was very pleasantly surprised by how efficient and fast the whole interview appointment was. Right?
You can't even see what's inside.
I know, we like a scale of it. We attended my friend's church event that evening, and afterwards, my husband proposed an In-N-Out run, to which I obviously said yes. I firmly believe that the later you get In-N-Out, the better it tastes. After church on Sunday, we went into San Francisco. We parked behind the Legion of Honor Museum, which has collections of European art, ancient and contemporary. We had actually come into the city for a nice hike along Land's End Trail. The first part of the hike was really nice and quiet, and we barely passed by any other hikers. For how much I tend to depreciate cities, I really do appreciate the fact that most cities put in so much effort into conserving natural land and parks, from the ever-expanding concrete jungle. In case it wasn't clear already, I'm definitely a suburban nature girl.
No, I can't.
We made our way down to Mile Rock Beach and took in the views for a bit. It was a pretty warm day, and the sun was even out, which is rare for San Francisco as the city is infamous for its foggy weather, even in the summer. We then continued along Land's End Trail, winding beneath shady cypress and eucalyptus trees along the rocky ocean cliffside before we emerged to this grand view of the Golden Gate Bridge. The next day, we drove across the bay to visit my brother. We got huge portions of pasta and a giant calzone for dinner. He then took us up the hill to see the sunset, and he sure wasn't kidding when he said he knows a spot. The sunset was absolutely spectacular. The sky was clear and you could see the fog rolling in over San Francisco, and even the tops of the Golden Gate Bridge peeking through the fog. The colors were just gorgeous. It was one of those scenes where you almost couldn't believe your eyes with how beautiful it is. Hey vlog, so right now we're going to the library because I am in the mood for a good summer romance book. These are the books I got. I got one a Chinese book, one a religious book, and then this is Ethan's Chinese book. Most evenings we had dinner at home, and then afterwards we would go out for an evening walk. I've always loved the evening time and found magic in the transition from day to night. I love the way the treetops glow golden, the way the sky deepens from fire orange into cobalt blue, and the decrescendo of city noise as people settle into their homes for the night, and the world quieting down around you. I then spent the last 2 days in the Bay looking into things to do at Lake Tahoe and preparing for a 4-day road trip back home to Colorado, which will be my next video, so subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks for watching to the end, and see you in my next video at Lake Tahoe.